Can these illegal Magic the Gathering cards work legally in tournaments? Well, we're going to find out today from all the Acorn cards from the Unfinity set. Now, these Acorn cards are basically silver border. They're not supposed to be tournament legal. But you know what? Some of them are pretty close. If not, like, they could have really done it. We're going to start off with Far Out, a card that was suggested by Oh Boy. Now, this is a 3-mana enchantment. Rather than choose the indicated number of modes for spells and abilities you control, you may choose one or more modes. You can't choose any mode more than once. I don't understand why this can't be legal. It should, or at least it could have been worded in a way if a card would say choose one or more modes. Sorry, if a card would say choose one mode, it therefore says one or more modes. Or maybe it's the wording of some cards that are strange. I think this card can be legal. I don't see anything illegal about this card. You have Cryptic Command, choose all 4 modes at the same time. Archmage's Charm, choose all 3. It's all good with me, in my opinion. There's probably some really niche rules interaction that doesn't let this thing be allowed. I've seen some Mark Rosewater interviews that are like, well, based on the rules, like, it sort of clashes and like it's not possible, but I think it's possible. Okay, next up. So we got everyone always tries to suggest illegal cards. Today you can only suggest illegal cards, but from an Unfinity. Argentina, try Primal Clay. Okay, Primal Clay, a 4-mana shapeshifter. It's a star creature. It enters as Primal Clay enters the battlefield, it becomes your choice of a 3/3 artifact creature, a 2/2 artifact creature with flying, or a 1/6 wall artifact creature with defender, in addition to its other types. A perfect example of a card that I think could be legal. The choice is yours. So it's like you don't. It's like life is like a box of chocolates for your opponent. You have no idea what's going to happen when it resolves. Maybe it's a 3/3. Maybe it's a 2/2. I actually like the innovation. Well, no, this is not illegal though. Well, this is a Masters 25/25. Is this Unfinity? It can't be Unfinity. They would never reprint this thing. This is a legal card. Of course it can. So this would just be suggesting illegal cards right off the bat here. It's too early for that. Beanpot, bag check. Okay, there's a 3-mana instant. Counter target spell, then ask a person outside the game if that spell looks dangerous to them. If they say yes, draw a card, then discard a card. Absolutely not. This definitely is not going to be legal. The card can't depend on some random, not even a random person outside the game. You could bring your friend over to always say yes. And always do what you tell them to do. They're a yes man. They'll do whatever. Anyway, in the case of that, no, bag check is not going to work. It is legal. Argentina submitted as an example of why Far Out wouldn't work. Oh, I see. That I don't understand how that would disqualify it, but I will believe you. I mean, I'm just looking at it thematically. If we're talking about like the soul of the rules, I don't care about that. I don't care about it at all. But there are some, these are clown cards, this bag check thing. I don't see any world where this could be tournament legal. Okay, Akaya with Psychic Network. No, not Unfinity. Disqualified. This is an Acorn Unfinity show. It has to be Unfinity. This whole set should be illegal. In some cases, sure. Okay, David, main event horizon. Remember, does have to be from Unfinity, has to be Acorn, and there's a million of those cards. There's a lot of cards out there. Main event horizon is a 5-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, choose A through M or N through Z, or Z for you Americans out there. Destroy each creature whose name begins with a letter in the chosen range. This is the type of card, depending on your name, it seems a little too far out there. That's a bit too weird. It's a weird way of... Like, it's a weird way to categorize who should die and who should live based on name. So no, that's not going to do it for me. Next up, accessed with the name sticker goblin. How do I write that? Underscores a bunch of goblins. Where's the goblin? Name. Can I just look? Oh, there it is. I think this is it. Name sticker goblin. 3 mana for a 2/2. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it. Add red for each unique vowel on that sticker. This card was tournament legal. So actually, this was not an illegal card. We want illegal cards, people. They need to be completely illegal. Sticker Goblin doesn't have an Acorn. Yeah, it doesn't have an Acorn stamp. This was in Legacy Goblins until they banned stickers. And by stickers will be considered legal for this show because they technically were legal for a while. This is hard. It's a hard show. Christopher B with Roller Coaster. You have to filter for Acorn. Okay, this is... I don't know how these... Oh, okay, so I think the attractions work. Roller Coaster, Artifact, Attraction, Visit. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. I think all the attractions work. How do attractions work? You need a certain number of tickets, and then you can spend the tickets on the attractions. Yeah, the attractions are legal. Oh yeah, they're too illegal. Because all tickets are resources, and you use that resource to play the attraction. My god, the border is atrocious. It's like a future sight card, effectively. Okay, David. Greatest show in the multiverse. Come on, let's get back on track here, people. Okay, I gotta put Acorn cards. Acorn cards from Affinity in the title, because otherwise people they're not getting it. I didn't think this is that confusing of a show. Okay, we have a 7-mana saga. Oh, this is where it came from. This is how they tested the Final Fantasy cards. They started here. Did they start here at this artifact enchant? Or maybe not. This isn't that different from like Urza's saga. Okay, as an additional... okay, whatever. Okay, 7 mana. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile 5 instant and/or sorcery cards you own with the same artist and different names from outside the game. Damn it. Artist? No, we can't be exiling cards based on artist. That'd make for a really weird, janky, competitive deck. Okay, where certain artists will be worth more just based on their competitiveness. Chapter 1. Choose one of the exiled cards at random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. No, this card's not going to work. Okay, next up we got Bryce with Scooch. Final Fantasy sagas were saga. Yeah, that's right. I realized halfway this is just a regular saga. When made, like it looked like a big saga, but really it's not. It's just a 7 mana. It's just a 7 mana saga with a weird casting cost. Scooch, 2 mana instant. Add or subtract 1 from target creature's power, target player's life total, or target die rolls result. Draw a card. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is basically like a more or less type of card. Add or subtract 1 from target. I love this card. Not until end of turn. Make it permanent. Well, I mean, the die roll is only going to matter for like 1 die roll, right? It doesn't matter. I think it's going to be removal. So if oh no, it's only target creature's power. Damn it, we can't affect toughness. I think if you do this permanently, there's nothing wrong with this. I think we should have more cards like this. It could even be worded a little bit differently, like increase or decrease target player's life total. Target creature gets like a -1, -0, or +1, -0 counter, or change the die roll by 1 result or whatever. You know what I mean? So I actually think this card could be legal. This does the most legal things out of the illegal cards. How do you react to die results? You need to cast this in response to an effect that rolls. That's a good question. That's a good question. I have no answer for on the spot here. Yeah, how do we change a die roll on the stack? That's probably what doesn't make this card work. It's not add or subtracting life totals and powers. It's probably the stupid die roll thing. Oh no. Or target die rolls results. Yeah, how do I retroactively do this? I can't. Okay, it probably doesn't work. I want it to work, though, in my heart. It's really close. We could change the rules in Magic the Gathering that we can actually react to die rolls. Next up, let's take a look at Bell's Timmy. Power Gamer. Not Unfinity Acorn. Disqualified. Don't worry, we're gonna do silver. If this show is successful, we're gonna go to the other sets with the other silver border cards, all right? I promise you. I guess die rolls would need to cause a triggered ability. Don't they? I wonder, are there any cards that cause triggers? Which then in that case, that would maybe qualify. So you couldn't change every die roll, but you could change the die roll that has a trigger. Okay, let's go Crow Games. Amped up. Amped up on Coca-Cola. Broke your Unfinity draft. 6 mana sorcery. Costs 1 less to cast for each electrical socket in a wall or floor you can see from your seat. Definitely not legal. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Till end of turn, it gains +3/+0 and gains haste. It actually should get +1/+0 equal to the number of electrical sockets that you see around you. Because you can amp it up. You got to give it that power. Charge it up. Magnum Opus Gold. Urza's Funhouse. I didn't know Urza knew how to have fun. He was just a grouchy old man, just looking to have war with his brother for decades and decades and decades. There is a ruling on Scooch's Scryfall page, is there? Adding or subtracting 1 to a power, that's nothing. Okay, hold on. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Targeting a die roll requires some unmagic just after a die roll during the time when die roll modifications are allowed. Announce you're casting Scooch. It goes on the stack and can be responded to. If the card you draw is another Scooch, or we don't learn from this and it's some other card that's castable mid-die roll, you get priority? Sure, priority. You can cast that card. This happens while the spell, ability, attraction, visit, or replacement effect that prompted the original die roll is resolving. Unmagic. Yeah, that's the problem. The die rolls don't make any damn sense. They don't make sense. Okay, Urza's Funhouse. Tap for a colorless. Tap add infinity mana. Activate only once and only if you control Urza's Mine, Power Plant, and an Urza's Tower. I actually think that's fine with me. And pay 7, tap head to askurza.com and click Urza's Funhouse. You know what? That's where I draw the line, actually. Do I have to go there? Where does it go? Ask Urza. Click. Okay, askurza.com. It's still there. We have to enter the Funhouse. Create a... You know what? I actually think this could work. I think these days we have to look up everything online anyway. So this actually makes some sense to me. So it's basically like a digital card in some weird capacity. Okay, John, we got Impounding Lotbot. To be honest, the whole Ask Urza thing works in Arena. Like, yeah, it's very similar. Okay, Impounding Lotbot, a 4-mana 3/4 robot. When Impounding Lotbot enters the battlefield, you may say, Incinerate! Oh, in a bot-like voice. Incinerate! If you do, exile another target artifact or enchantment until Impounding Lawbot leaves the battlefield. I actually think this is legal because I don't think it even matters if you speak it in a robot voice or not. However I say it, doesn't matter. You're going to judge me if I just say the word incinerate? Well, what if AI gets strong enough? Look, if I just say incinerate in a normal voice, you can just say, that's AI. AI is a robot. AI is so good at talking like me, it basically is a robot. Anyway, it's just a format to remove something. I don't think it's legally binding whether you say something or not. Nikachu can't read for the bingo. We have no bingo today. Yeah, divine speak in a robot voice. Furious Gamer, standard procedure. This is... What the hell is this? Standard procedure. It's an instant. Pay 1. Reveal standard procedure from your hand. Choose an instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less currently legal in the standard format. Standard procedure becomes that card until end of turn. Can it be Lightning Bolt yet? Ah, weird. Super weird. It's like a weird clone. So I have to pay 1 to turn it into a card. I think it could be legal. I also think it would just be broken. It's basically a 1 mana tutor. That's all it is. It'd be banned. It would be banned. I think the card, like I in my opinion, I think the card can work. I just think it'd be stupid. No, this is a rules nightmare. Like, if you reveal it from your hand, I'm assuming you're then going to know, hey, this standard procedure is Lightning Bolt or Liliana the Veil or whatever the hell that you want it to be. It doesn't work, but I want you to read this because it turns the player into a card so we can finally destroy players. Form of the approach of the second son. Does it? Oh, you're talking about... sorry, you're talking about another card. Can be a Universes Beyond card. I think this card can barely work. I think it's just a tutor. It's just Vampiric Tutor. And going directly in your hand. I just think it'd be completely broken. It'd be banned instantly. Okay, Pedgeman wants form of the approach of the second son. The 5-mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 7 life, and you become a card until you leave your library, or that library is shuffled. Definitely doesn't work. Put yourself 7th from the top, balancing the cards on top of you on your head. When you draw yourself, you win the game. When 1 or more cards fall off your head, exile them, and all cards on your head, then sacrifice this enchantment. Oh no! You need this thing. You need to keep the cards balanced because you need to keep Form of the Approach of the Second Son in play. Or else you're going to be in your library for nothing. But it doesn't tutor. It conjures the card out of nowhere. You don't even need to own the original card. Exactly. That's what makes the card broken. I don't think it's weird enough that you couldn't make this a card. Like, just jack up the cost of the card by, like, 10. Let's say it costs 10 mana. Would it be that bad? Probably not. But it's 1 mana, so it's stupidly powerful. Okay, next up, we're going to go with Trapped Cosmos. Trigger happy. For anyone joining, we're doing Unfinity Acorn cards. And we're rating to see if they would be anywhere remotely tournament legal. Trigger happy for 2 mana, instant. Choose a triggered ability of target permanent. It triggers. You control that ability. I love it. 1,000,000% that works. Triggered ability of target permanent. So basically... Can it be triggered already, or are we copying the trigger, or are we just forcing it to trigger? Choose a triggered ability. No, yeah, we're forcing it to trigger. It's weird that this isn't even a real thing. Like, I guess that's why you have to blink the card so you get the triggered ability. Because most abilities trigger upon entering the battlefield. But there's a lot of when someone casts a spell, you can make it trigger. So you will trigger! And you're going to like it. Is this broken because it can copy mana abilities? Mana abilities are activated abilities. I don't know how that would make it even crazy. Probably Pavno says probably breaks a lot of the triggered abilities that reference things happening. Maybe. Legal. In my opinion. So if a triggered ability is if something happens, you win the game, you can just win the game on the spot. That's right. Is that any different from another 2 cards? It's just another 2-card combo. There's like a million 2-card I win the game combos. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Turiat, Gray Merchant of the Alphabet. That's so weird. Oh, sorry, Gray Merchant of Alphabet. Still has money instead of the alphabet. 5 mana, 2/4 zombie performer. At the very least, could be like throwing away SpaghettiOs with all the letters in the, you know. We got when Gray Merchant of Alphabet enters the battlefield, choose a letter. For each creature you control that has the chosen letter in its name, you gain 1 life, and each opponent loses 1 life. Choose a letter for... No. That doesn't work with me. I don't... You know... Abilities and effects that revolve around names and letters is just too far out there. I don't see how people are going to be balancing their decks for crap like this. Well, I can't have too many of this card because it has too many A's in it. I'm going to get crushed by the Gray Merchant of Alphabet. Oh, I can't have too many. I need to play a deck with as many copies of this artist so I can maximize on, you know, these other cards. Okay, Nolan says, rules question. Can you still use Channel to pay for Fireball? Of course. Channel is, that's what Channel does. Channel is a legal card. Well, it does legal things. It's just banned everywhere. There's nothing weird about what Channel does. In fact, you can still play Channel in Cube Draft. William, Sun Flora. Think stun counters. I will think. Sun, is it Sun Flare? Sun Flora. The card doesn't exist. Do you have the right name for it? I don't see it. It's not coming up. Oh, Sunflora is a Pokemon? Okay. I didn't know. I only know about... I used to know 151 Pokemon. I now know, like, maybe 200. I know of 200. I wouldn't be able to give you the name if I could. So it has to be Unfinity. Sorry about that, Steve Cooper. It has to be Unfinity. It's an Unfinity Acorn day today. We'll get to the other Silver Border sets in due time. Argentina, Anime Graveyard. I don't think... Okay, I know what this card does. I don't think this is that crazy. It's a 5-mana aura. You enchant the graveyard. An enchanted graveyard is a creature on the battlefield with base power and toughness, each equal to the number of cards in it. It has text. It has the text boxes of all creature cards in it. It's still a graveyard, which means you can keep adding to it. If Enchanted Graveyard would leave the battlefield, instead exile Anime Graveyard. I think this card is cool. I don't think there's anything crazy about this whatsoever. Oh, is there an actual card? It's called Sola Flora. Yeah, the fleshes have been reached. All right. The mythical Pokemon actually is a Magic the Gathering card. Thanks to Christopher B for the saving us here. 5 mana for a 3/3 human guest, or as an equipment you control attached to Soliflora, intergalactic icon, affect other creatures you control as though those auras and equipment were attached to them. Why? Attach the affect other creatures you control. Oh, sorry. No, okay. So it's basically pumping up everyone. Pump up Soliflora, you pump up everything. I think that's great. Counters and stickers on Soliflora affect other creatures you control as though those counters and stickers were on them. Why doesn't this card work? I think this is great. Let's be honest, there'll be a Pokemon set one day. That would be such a weird crossover, especially since they're competitors. They're competitors at this point. She's wear a helm of the host. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Imagine helm of the host on this card. It'll be absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. Procore Game says, "Ah, yes. If you thought stickers were a nightmare. Just kidding. This makes it 10 times more crazy." Oh, is it a nightmare because of the power and toughness stickers? Then so be it. Magic the Gathering isn't for the people who like basic stuff. This is a complicated game. People love these stupid, complicated interactions. You know, it sometimes makes me wonder what percentage of play groups are actually playing Magic legally. Like, they actually know the rules. I just imagine, I'm pretty sure 95% of play groups are just making crap up so that the game just keeps going on, but actually they're just playing the game completely illegally. That's the way I think about it. Just put a stun counter on her. Wouldn't that stun all your other creatures? Because each creature you control affects all. It only affects all creatures you control, right? Okay, we got Bell with Busted. I like the sound of that. Okay, we have a 2-mana instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, where X is the number of words in the name with the most words among permanents you control. No, we're not doing that. That's for sure. Okay, we got Christopher B wants a card here. Mobile Clone. If it wasn't for all these weird, stupid name cards, a lot of these cards would be fine. Okay, 4-mana sorcery. Using a mobile device, take a picture of target creature. I've read enough. That device enters the battlefield as a token. That's a copy of a pictured picture. Oh, I take it back. This is not that much different. It's just 4 mana, make a token. That's all it is. Photocopies include auras, equipment, counters, stickers, and the shot. Don't touch other people's phones without their permission. Be careful if you do. Oh, I see. So we're making a token, and it has all auras, equipment, and counters, and stickers of the thing. That is so weird. But I think it's just, yeah, I think it's legal. It's just that they're suggesting that you use a mobile phone to keep track of all the elements, all the game pieces that are on this token. What if the phone goes to sleep? Well, we're just going to assume it doesn't need to be a phone. Just replace the word phone with token, and it's perfectly fine. The difference is this copies everything on it. Well, no, but like the token would then copy, you know, make a token aura, copy the token equipment, and then put whatever counters that are necessary to copy the creature exactly. And that's all it's doing. All right, we got it. We're going to look at more illegal cards to see if they could be legal in Magic the Gathering. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. You can get your Final Fantasy cards, but if you want to fantasize about something even more exciting, Edge of Eternities is coming right up the corner. We're going to space. We're going to the... Do I have a moon sound effect? Not really. I have no moon sound effect. We're going to the moon, and we're going to other planets. Those planets, they're actual lands. And you could support the channel pre-ordering your cards using coupon code Nikachu. Where is it? There you go, to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. When Edge of Eternities are coming out, you don't know what you're going to get. That's why you rent the cards first on Magic Online. Take them out for a test drive. If you like what you see, then you can buy them for sure. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_OWS. Back to Mobile Clone. And frankly, I'll say one more thing about Mobile Clone. It is not that crazy to be using a phone in a Magic game, because actually we now use Gatherer to record life totals. Like, how crazy is it that Gatherer would have take a picture mode? You can take a picture of like a token and it just acts like a token in the game. Not the craziest thing. Like, a token can be anything, including your phone. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Accesta, Tug of War. Five-mana sorcery. Players play a sub-game starting at 5 life. Oh, God. Why? Why did they... Didn't they learn with Shahrazad? Okay, 5 life with up to 3 permanent cards with different names from their main game library on the battlefield. As the sub-game ends, the winner chooses one of the cards they put onto the battlefield as the sub-game began and puts it onto the battlefield rather than shuffling it into their library. Just out of curiosity. Shahrazad. Is this banned? It's probably banned in Commander, right? Shahrazad. Did I spell this right? So this is not legal anywhere. I believe Shahrazad is like... I mean, it's just a banned card. That's all. But I don't think it does anything like completely... Like, it's just banned everywhere. That's all. But I will say it's not a card that is not legal. Sorry, how do I put it? It's not legal, but it's banned, which means it was legal at one time. I think it isn't, and I think that's funny. Just have to rule 0 it into play. So anyway, I think this is a card... Like, obviously, you can make this work. You play another game. There's... Karn... Let's look at Karn Liberated. It's the same thing! Let me show you. Oh, I got too excited too early. It used to see tournament play. Absolutely. Benjamin Berkey, can we see your cat if my cat runs around? Okay, 14, minus 14. Restart the game. Relieve and exile all non-aura permanent cards exiled with Karn Liberated. Then put those cards on the battlefield under your control. I want to say this is like very similar. If you get to minus 14, like you basically won this game. You won the sub. It's like you won a sub game, which was the first game. You're moving on to another game. The point is, we're playing a second game. That's all this card does. You're playing 2 games in one. And if you win one of them, then you get a bonus in the other one. That's what Karn Liberated does. This is not that crazy of a concept to have actually legal in a tournament. Would this get banned? Probably, for being annoying. But have you ever won against a Karn Ultimate? I have, actually. My opponent my opponent had the game in the bag. They were totally in control. Then they go minus 14 and like, oh my god, I have actually a chance of winning this thing. And they didn't even have anything good restarting the game with. They had just a few random pieces of my cards, and I actually won that game. It was hilarious. My cat pukes like every few days. My cat loves to puke. Yeah, exactly. It isn't not legal. It's just banned everywhere. You got it correct. Thanks, old boy. Couldn't have said it better myself. So I say Tug of War. It can work. It's just banned automatically. Trisaru autograph book. Okay, 2-mana artifact. Autograph book enters the battlefield with a page counter on it for each person who has signed it. Pay 3, tap, remove a page counter from autograph book, draw a card. Okay, that definitely can't work. So it's a neat concept. So you get someone to like sign your card, and then you get that many page counters. But you could like just fake the signatures. Probably. You have like 20 signatures from 20 different players, but it's all you. Brushing your cat reduces hairballs. She just has a sensitive diet, that's all. Jack Solaris. Katrina of Myra's Marvels. Sorry, Katarina. Katarina. We have a 4-mana 3/3 human performer. As Katarina of Myra's Marvels enters the battlefield, choose a letter. Whenever you cast a spell whose name begins with the chosen letter, create a 2/2 cat creature token with flying. Partner. No, those name cards, those letter and name cards, they don't work. They don't work for me. What counts as a signature? A single squiggle? Yep. Some people have those squiggles for signatures. Kano, Nocturno. Sounds like a weird superhero. It's Nocturno! The night hero. Nocturnally fighting crime. Nocturno fights for me and it fights for you. Scryfall is having a hard time finding these Acorn cards. The servers are like, what? People looking this thing up? 4 mana for a 2/2 Vampire Performer. As Nocturno of Myra's Marvels enters the battlefield, choose a word with 5 or more letters. Whenever you cast a spell with the chosen word in its rules text, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. And as partner, I guess it can partner with this thing, the Myra's Marvels. I don't know, power group. Nocturno sounds like a bootleg Batman. Yeah, in some foreign country. Who has no card yet? I got your card. Maybe many of you have no card yet. Or maybe many of you just don't know what to name. It came from planet Glurg. Glurg it up. Okay, we got a green, blue, double X, alien ooze. You may have it came from planet Glurg. Enter the battlefield as a copy of X different creatures on the battlefield. Why you can't do that? It has their total power, total toughness, combined mana cost, and all text boxes, names, art, and the art, of course. I think this is fine. Why can't we combine? You know, like, we have so many other cards that combine everything else. Take Mutate, for example. I guess that's why Mutate is a rulings nightmare. Okay, Steve Cooper. Yeah, you got disqualified. You get a new card. Nearby Planet. It's probably Planar Nexus. Maybe it was the training for Planar Nexus. Sheev Lord is like, imagine AI-generated cards, but AI was trained only on unset cards. It's probably why it throws out so much nonsense every so often. Nearby Planet, a land. It's got Rangeling. This card is every land type, including Plains, Island, Swamp, Mountain, Forest, Desert, Gate Lair, Locust, and all those Urza ones. It's a strictly better Urza land. When Nearby Planet enters the battlefield, sacrifice unless you pay 1. Absolutely, this card works. Hell, they printed this card, more or less. That Urza, was it Planar Nexus? No, yeah, you made mention of that. It was basically all these things. Planar Nexus is every non-basic land type, which includes Cave, Desert, Gate, Lair, Locust, Mine, Power Plant, Sphere, Tower, and Urzas. Whereas this one includes basic lands, which I guess makes it broken. So it's like, it's basically a 5-color land. It's a 5-color land that costs 1 mana, and it comes into play tapped. It's maybe a danger. What do you guys think? A 5-color land that enters the battlefield tapped, and you have to pay a mana. Is that fair, or is that okay? Planet is a land type. No, we got Planet. This is the captain of all planets. Captain Planet. Nikachu, Merfolk Extraordinaire. I wish they made a card out of me. It's fair. It's fair and busted. I don't think so. Oh, you wanted a second card? All right, don't try this at home. But yeah, I think Nearby Planet could be a legal card. We got 2 mana for Don't Try This at Home. Playing with fire, more or less. Enchantment. Whenever a hot source you control would deal damage, it deals that much damage +1 instead. What the hell is a hot source? Something is hot if it has hot things in its art. Oh, I see. Like fire or explosions. 2 mana. Sacrifice Don't Try This at Home. It deals damage equal to twice the number of hot cards in your graveyard to target creature or player. Oh, sorry, creature or planeswalker. No, that definitely is not tournament legal. Can we do Nearby Planet Vesuva? From Jeff Suspend? From Jeff. Nearby. Let's look up nearby planet. I can't find this card. Nearby planet. This is a real card. Oh, you wanted to. Oh, you want to copy this thing? Can we name nearby planet Vesuva? Oh, you wanted to actually just name the card Vesuva. I think Vesuva is Vesuva. Vesuva copies lands, but nearby planet basically copies everything, or is effectively a yeah. No, we can't. We can't name they want to name the planet Vesuva, the Vesuva planet. Vesuva the name has already been taken. Christopher B. with, let's look up Truss, Chief Engineer. 2 mana, 1/3 Vidalcan Rogue Employee. Whenever Truss Chief Engineer enters the battlefield or another creature dies, put a hack counter on Truss. So far, so good. Pay 2, tap, remove X hack counters from Truss. Add or subtract X from a number or a number word or on target spell or permanent until end of turn. This effect can't reduce a number below 1 or a number below 1 or a number word below 1. I think this works. It sounds weird, but then you have like these damn. It's called Reality Twist, or is that other card? I can't remember. There are those blue cards. No, that's not it. There are blue cards that are like change a permanent's basic land type to whatever you want, or if it says if it has a color word, change the color word to something else. If you can change the color or basic land type on a card through blue cards, I think there's nothing wrong with adding or subtracting the number on a card either. Turn Chalice on 0, 1, 2 to another number. I don't think that would work. Add or subtract X from a number or number word on target spell or permanent until end of turn. It doesn't, because Chalice is based on counters. Based on the number of counters, and this doesn't change the counters. You can change like, you can change, if it says 1, you can change it to 2. Yeah, why this is illegal other than word? Maybe they've never gone in this direction before. Well, I'll tell you this much. The cards that change basic land types on Magic Online, they don't work. I tried. They just don't do anything. So it's like, name a land type to change to. I put like island, and then it just, my card goes to the graveyard and my opponent's card is not affected. So they just don't actually literally work online. So digitally, I just don't think they work. But they'll work in person, I suppose. But I need to play test these cards. I need to play test them online, damn it. They don't give me that chance. Oh boy, with Soul Performer. Soul Performer is a 4 mana 2/2. Tap, add double tap. Huh? Activate only once each turn. While activating an ability, use tap rather than tapping. Oh yeah, I think this is a cool card. Basically, it's like tap, you may activate something twice. While activating an ability, use tap rather than tapping. Oh yeah, so we're floating them. Oh, maybe we can't use this. It's like they're like using the tap symbol as if it's mana. That technically doesn't work. It looks cool though. It looks fun. If tapping worked like that, like tapping was a resource. Okay, Jeff has a real card for us. Devil K. Neville. This is a 3 mana 2/1 Devil Performer. Haste. When Devil K. Neville enters the battlefield, jump it over any number of creatures. If it clears those creatures, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous card. I don't even need to explain why this would not be tournament legal. Imagine trying to explain to everybody, all right, here's my card. Woo! Goes over everything. I get all these counters. William's like, you're overthinking it. I don't think so. It pays to... Oh, you're talking about the last card. It pays 2 taps. It's part of a cost. No, but they're treating it like it's mana. While activating an ability, use use up tap symbol rather than tapping the permanent. I mean, I could see a world where this works. Maybe it's worded better. Okay, we have a token merfolk. Fluros of Myra's Marvels. A lot of Myra's Marvels cards out there. We have a seahorse. It's a merfolk performer. 4 mana for a 3/4. As Fluros of Myra's Marvels enters the battlefield, choose a number greater than 0. 2. Whenever you cast a spell with power, toughness, or loyalty equal to the chosen number, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness XX until end of turn where X is the chosen number. Why not? This is a great card. And as partner. It doesn't seem that complicated to implement. I think they play around with some... They do play around with some weird mechanics that they eventually put into the real world. I think this is an example of it. Diego, we did Urza's Funhouse already. Sorry about that. It has been done. Toilet Dog, you didn't get a card? Did I disqualify you 12 times? Claire de Lune, the Joy Sculptor. Christopher V says, of course there's a lot of Myra cards. She owns the Blazing Astratorium. That's the dang set. Oh, Myra is the CEO. Okay. Okay, we got Claire de Lune, a Joy Sculptor. Oh, she makes balloon animals. 2 mana for a 2/3 human performer. Enters the battlefield. For the rest of the game, tokens you own become cards that are still tokens. So they're just not treated as tokens. They continue to exist after they leave the battlefield. Oh, they can go to the graveyard. 3 mana, tap. You may put a token from your graveyard or hand onto the battlefield. If a token got bounced back to your hand. I actually think this can work, and I'll explain why. Because I think cards like the Companions, like take Yorion, for example. This is like a card that didn't exist in your deck originally. It comes from outside the game, but then it can become part of your deck. And I don't see why tokens can't be the same thing. If they're sleeved up like regular cards, you just put them in sleeves. Of course, you have to take them out of your deck afterwards. Same thing you would do with the Companions. I actually think this could work. It easily works in Alchemy. I think it easily works in Paper. I won't buy an extra pack of sleeves. Look, old boy. They come in packs of 100 for a reason, all right? You got 75, or no, do they come in packs? You can also get them in packs of 80. No, but they come in packs of 100 for those commander players. So in a tournament, you have 75 for your cards, and you have an extra 25 for your tokens. What happens if a token gets shuffled into your deck? Then it's in your deck. Same thing with Yorion. Yorion can get shuffled into your deck. It happens. You know, the judges specifically tell me I cannot have Yorion in a separate sleeve for exactly that purpose. Like, because I don't like to mix up my Companion with my deck. Because I was playing with Gigantha for a little while in Pioneer. They're like, the sleeve has to be the same as your deck, because if it gets bounced to your hand or goes shuffled into your library, the best thing they let me do is to put in a top loader, because I can easily take it out of the top loader and then shuffle it into my deck if necessary. But I really wanted my Companion to be separate from my deck, so I don't have that problem. But yeah, I actually think this could work. Benjamin Berkey says, Wizards of the Coast might as well make a set all about poop at this point. And it would, I mean, they're on their way. I don't doubt it. Diego with Trigger Happy. So for all the gun lovers out there, we got 2 mana instant. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. Choose target triggered ability. Oh, we did that one already. Yep. I think that one definitely works. But we did it already. Oh yeah, Mind Goblin is legal. Croco Game says Claire de Lune is there is no joke part of a combo where you can legally play Exodia from Yu-Gi-Oh to play and win. What? Oh, this is the real card. Claire de Lune. Does it let you play with cards from outside the Magic the Gathering universe? Claire de Lune. Should just look up Claire. Here's a battlefield for us. Tokens you own become cards that are still tokens. You may put a token from your graveyard or hand onto the battlefield. No, this can't play Exodia. They all have to be magic cards. They did make a crappy set. It's called March of the Machines Aftermath. Oh no, what a burn. What a burn to March of the Machines. Name Sticker Goblin is a legal card. Toilet Duck. Pietra, Crafter of Clowns. We got 3 mana, 3/2 Human Clown Artificer. Haste. Robots you control get +1/+1. 2 mana, tap. Tell a joke. Oops, that's not laughing. Where's my laughing? I have no laughing sound effect anymore. Okay, tell a joke. You haven't told this game to someone outside the game. Create a 1/1 white clown robot artifact creature token. If that person laughed, the token gains haste until end of turn. I mean, it can be a bad... It depends if they laughed. Oh, that's double no-go. Double no-go, that's for sure. Bryce says, you need one of the My Little Pony cards with Claire de Lune to make Exodia work. What's it with this name sticker goblin? I just told you it was disqualified. I'm going to go to it and then disqualify it. That doesn't have an Acorn. This was literally a legacy playable card. You even there at the beginning of the show. Yeah, we're doing unlegal. It needs to be... Yeah, we're doing unlegal. I like that. Beam Pot, Plot Armor. Is the creature indestructible? Okay, 3 mana. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't be blocked except by creatures with flavor text. Ah! That's stupid. It was almost. Name sticker, the Magic the Gathering Online version. It's the same thing. Anyway, it's not an Acorn card. This was a real Magic card. It was playable. I played against this thing in a tournament many times. I play name sticker in CDH. There you go. What you play the Magic the Gathering Online card? I love how they promised to make Unfinity cards not relevant for any format and then release a goblin that generates mana. Yeah, it was just broken. Just broken. A lot of people purposely played with a lot of these cards and forced judges to know what they are. Jeff with Boing. I like the sound of that. We have a 2 mana instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand, then roll a 6-sided die. If the result is 3 or less, scry a number of cards equal to the result. Oh no, but it's a legal card. I was like, what? This is too legal. Super legal. It's not Acorn. Disqualified. Exodia Obliterate! Shame sticker rules are a nightmare. Yeah, they were stupid from the beginning. They were so stupid. Where's the regular goblin? Yeah, when this creature put a name sticker on it. Oh, I mean, it was just an atrocity. We're only looking at Unfinity Acorn cards today, Lewis. We'll do other unsets in the future. 100%. I promise. I promise. Did we get every name card? Did we get every Acorn card? I don't believe it. We need more Acorn cards, people. Turiat with Grand Marshal Macy. 3 mana 2/2 human performer. You may choose not to untap Grand Marshal Macy during your untap step. If you do, put a pause counter on it. Then you lose 1 life for each pause counter on it. That's fine. So basically a stun counter. Whenever Macy becomes untapped, remove all pause counters from it. Exactly how stun counters work. Pay 2 tap, choose an until end of turn or this turn effect. As long as Macy remains tapped, that effect doesn't end. What the hell? Choose an until end of turn or this turn. effect. As long as Macy remains tapped, that effect oh, I see. So long as she's tapped until end of turn is permanent. As long as that this turn. Oh, I see. Cool. I like it. Yeah, I think it's a very cool concept. Basically, until end of turn doesn't exist. Didn't we have a show like that once? What if there was no until end of turn? Giant growth just boosted something permanently. I think it's legal. You know what's very funny is these days Magic is adding more and more cards to the card pool where you have to keep track of certain stats, and like I guess this is the nightmare. You have to constantly keep track of like any power and toughness changes, like basically any changes to any effect on the battlefield that would end at end of turn. So that's just a nightmare, but it doesn't make it like impossible to do. It's nice to play with Glimpse of Nature for forever. Keep drawing cards for an eternity or an eternity. Who do you like better, Kaiba or Yugi? Huge Kaiba fan. I'm a huge Kaiba stan out there. Though he loses a lot. He loses more than I would like to admit. Far Out was the first card. Yeah, we did that one. William with Juggletron. Is it like Tron, but it's juggling? 3 mana for a 0/4 Clown Robot. Trample. Whenever Juggletron attacks, you may put an art sticker on it. Juggletron gets +3/+0 for each item in its art that's not touching Juggletron, another item, or card frame. Damn. I think like I draw the line at dexterity stuff. So like they have all this space up here, right? So you put all the stickers and it'll get +3/+0 so long as it's not actually touching this Juggletron thing. It's too bad. Do you like Merrick or Bakura? I actually like... Okay, I think I like Bakura more. I'll just say that. I liked the nice Merrick. The evil Merrick was sort of annoying. Bakura was a lot better, though. Bakura... And I like that... Well, of course, I like the evil side of Bakura, not the nice side. Screw him. I have a thing for the villains. A good villain makes for a good story. I also thought it was a bit weird that Yugi wins Season 3 because his opponent just blatantly resigned. Pretty stupid. Do we do bag check? Merrick is a psychopath. How many Yu-Gi-Oh players are in the chat here? Okay, we have a 3 mana... Oh yeah, we did bag check. Yeah. Meet and greet? Or is Sisei the card? Oh, it's literally called Meet and Greet Sisei. It's like meet your hero. Oh, it's not. It's someone cosplaying as Sisei. I get it. 2 mana for a 1/1 elf performer. Whenever you cast a spell, choose one. Flavor. Meet and Greet Sisei gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each line of flavor text that spell has. Those flavor text cards. History. Create a treasure token if that spell doesn't share an expansion symbol with a permanent you control or a card in your graveyard. Both are terrible. It always comes back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, they have an anime. Where's Magic the Gathering's anime? They could make a killing. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Casually before it turned into solitaire. You mean like Magic the Gathering? We're not so different, you and I. Hold on. Did anyone want a second card? Yeah, we did Big Top. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When you could just play Blue Eyes first turn and destroy your opponent. Is that like playing... What's an equivalent to that? Playing like Juzam Dejin? Merrick's whole deck is about torture. Bakura's is about demons and undead. You know, I really didn't care about their decks all that much. The MTG show they're making is taking forever. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think they're going to try to copy the Arcane. Isn't it like... Is it a real-life action or is it CG? I think it's CG, but I can't remember. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the first card game, too? It had already been played in ancient Egypt. It's hilarious. You're funny, old boy. Okay, let's look at Bryce's last card. Brim's Barone, Midway Mobster. This is a 5-mana 5/4 human rogue. When Brim's Barone Midway Mobster enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control that has a hat. Damn. And Brim's Barone Midway Mobster has menace as long as you're wearing a hat. This is ridiculous. Okay, that's it. Surprisingly, I think there's a lot of legal cards you could play in tournaments out of Unfinity. I'm actually ridiculously surprised. Oh, I'm gonna consider that this last card your card. Bryce, I didn't notice your super. Not many people super chatted today. You're not excited for illegal cards from Unfinity? Better be excited for cards from Edge of Eternities. As usual, we do this show weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who showed up, by the way. And also thanks to supporters, to the people who send money on either Patreon or they're a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show. People like Bryce, or you super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, we got to thank the coffee crew for being here today, for making the show what it is. Like Argentina, Ellis, Flowers, Pabno, Crowcore Games, Old Boy, Nightmare Incarnation. We got Christopher B, William, Oinky the Ink, Jack Solaris, Toilet Duck, Steve Cooper, Benjamin Berkey, Jeff. I think we got Crowcore Games and Bell in there. Because as usual, my coffee crew. Without you, I'd be worthless. So keep brewing those coffees, coffee crew. And we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.